We out here, Cuddles, had the front end ripped off, so just got the flat wheel ready to go. We're going to clean up these welds here, or whether I think the previous owner might have actually replaced the Valance as well, but not sure. But it kind of looks like it, so we're just going to clean up these welds, and we're just going to essentially re-weld the new one straight onto where the old one was welded. Today is Friday. It's Eka public holiday in Brisbane, so we're down here. I got the day off work. Just down here tinkering. Might do a little time lapse, mate. Yeah. See how we go. Fucking got my earplugs in already. Yeah, no, I just told them I'm going to clean up the welds there and with the flat wheel, and then just try and mock up.
Make it not so hectic.
Yeah. So yeah, I might get a bit of time lapse action in. Yeah. Good. All good.
Yeah.
Just kind of a get some stuff done day.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Yeah.
You gotten over that carbide ecotech yet? Is it still buzzing around in your brain?
Ryan was meant to get the bloody Commodore down this morning.
Yeah. Didn't happen?
Oh. No, well, got a trailer and that ready, but yeah.
Well, it's all happening. We'll get the wrap on this old girl shortly and get a carbide ecotech on the streets and
send Ryan's over 500.
That I'm keen for. I'm keen for that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fucking hey, I can't wait. Injector should be here.
Alrighty, so got it all sitting in place. It actually bolts in the side here. There's some tabs behind here. I might actually be able to show you through the old inspection hole here. There we go. So just bolted up the top and the bottom for now. Just nipped them up and got the panel sitting in place. Got a little G clamp there, just very lightly just holding everything together, and got it expertly propped up there with a bunch of wood. So we just had Damo out here just having a look at it with me, and noticed that this corner here is not sitting flush. It's actually getting caught on like a little bit of steel down there, which is just sort of making this whole thing kind of not sit in place properly. So got the snips and also a hammer and a friggin' whatever just to get it to work. This is a full-on running workshop.
We actually work here.
It's actually
some of us do.
There's actually stuff going on here all the time, so that's why we got Cuddles out in the dirt for today. The boys are doing a bunch of paying jobs inside, and also obviously that truck there. So we get to work outside for the day, which is all good. Bit overcast, so no drama. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna knock out, like I was saying, knock out that corner there. This one looks pretty good, and I got it all rubbed back and stuff, ready to chuck a weld on it. But before we're gonna weld it, there is a little bit of trimming and stuff that needs to happen around here. Probably just get like the grinder and just do like little plunge cuts and stuff. Down the bottom, a little bit more trimming required. You see there's a gap there, and then it snugs down into like a bit of an overlap down there. So no doubt once I have a play around with it, it'll line up nicely, because like I said before, it's a mint bit of gear. So just kind of makes you want to say fucking, oh yeah. All right. you can see what the issue is. So we got a pretty even gap here. I think we're probably going to need to trim a little bit off these corners up here. Even gap, snugs down, and it is touching in the back there. Come back here and show you. There you go. So yeah, pretty obvious what needs to happen here. So we'll just trim a very small amount from probably about the end of my finger here out to about here. Same on this side. Just take very small cuts and just bring the whole front in, and it should sort of move back and come together. But otherwise she's sitting pretty level there, so come together. It works now. All right, this is where we ended up, ladies and gentlemen. So we moved the car back inside and just completely stitch welded the front of this Valance. So pretty stoked with it. Just gonna grind it all back now. Kind of did like one up here and then one here, one here, one here, all evenly spaced, and then went back like just underneath it and just kind of cascaded our way down until it's pretty much done. So we'll grind it back and we'll just see where we got to touch up, and I'll do that. Yeah, up the top here, smashed a few welds in there. Same over there, Damo did that, so there you go. Beautiful looking welds. These are looking a bit better, but I mean, this whole thing's going to be hidden anyway, and it's kind of not super structural, really. Alrighty, that is it. We've got to cut the work today short. You guys won't care because it's a video and I'll just edit it, but right now I have to go pick up the merch, the shirts that we got, that we pre-sold to you guys. I'm gonna go pick them up right now. So yeah, gonna stop what I'm doing here, but I'll quickly show you how it turned out. But it's kind of not done yet, but whatever. So here's the center bit. I had to top up like a couple of holes here and there, but I kind of just roughly ground it down. After that last time you saw it with all those tacks, yeah, just ground all those off, and that's how that went. This was an absolute abomination. Had to fill a very, very wide gap. I think I did a pretty good job. Over here, definitely had it a bit hot, but yeah, these are Damo's welds from before, just a little tack. Gonna do something about here a bit later on, probably just whack like a little plate under there and just sort of fill that in. All of this is really just cosmetic at this stage because it is in there. So that's one job out of the way. I'm just going to paint it black for now, and we're going to stick the wrap over the top of it. So we'll worry about the paint and stuff later on down the track. If and when the wrap comes off, we can deal with it then. So going to paint it black. It'll match the bonnet. It might actually look sick. I don't know. See how we go. I might even end up leaving it like without the wrap because it's quite an intricate sort of shape. Maybe we don't wrap it and leave it black. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it looks. But I'm freaking stoked with it. The way it's turned out. Tiny, like minuscule amount of trimming required to fit that panel. And it's just turned out friggin' way awesome. Like, I'm no metal fabricator, metal worker at all, and even I could do it. So yeah, don't be afraid if you guys want to give this stuff a crack on your own, because it's I mean, if you don't want to show quality job, it's easy. So I guess that's kind of like everything. But anyway, we'll cut back in later on. I don't know where we'll end up being, but we'll come down to the shed again tomorrow and we'll see what the boys are going to get up to. Man, so the craziest thing, you come down, today's a Saturday, it's like the day after what you would have saw we're doing on the VH. I've forgotten the merch. I went and picked up the t-shirts yesterday, Arvo, from the shop, and was meant to bring them down today because we have all the postage stuff ready to go down here. And obviously half the boys are down here so we can give them their shirts and that. And I forgot them. Left them at home. So, yeah, got about like an hour and a half round trip to go up. I got to get fuel, pick the shirts up, pardon me, and then come back to the shed. And then by then I'm going to have to go back anyway because I've got a shift at my second job this Arvo. So yeah, it's just one of those things, but may as well crack on. We'll show you the shirts once we get them back down here in about an hour and a bit. All right, well, the boys are inside just sorting out the shirts, so thought I'd come out and clean up a few of these welds and get a coat of paint on it. I'll show you around the back. So we got some penetration there, which is good. Can probably nip that up later, but I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I actually might give it a hit with a bit of sandpaper first and then whack a coat on. But we'll cut back in once there is a fresh layer on. Right, there we have it. Coat's all done. Just gave it a hit like before I put the paint on with this sandpaper, and then cleaned it all up with wax and grease remover. And yeah, literally just finished spraying about 30 seconds ago, so looks all right. Bit of overspray, but you get that. It's all gonna get covered anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. You can see where the bumper goes. That's the bumper mount there, that square. So all of that's going to be covered by the bumper. But yeah, pretty stoked with it actually. Looking like a proper VH again. Next up, we're still got to mount the trans cooler. And just sitting up there. Mount that behind here again somewhere. We were using our screwing into like up here before, and then I don't know, we'll figure something out. Move on to the next bit now, and that is going to be this little bit here. So we're just going to make a plate for that and pretty much just tack it just like you saw us do the front. Like the center bit there where we sort of tacked all the way down. You would have seen we did the same thing with Damien's like metal repair, just tack, and then go along and tack, just sort of next to it, and then next to it, and you end up with like a full weld basically without sort of warping the panel or blowing through or anything. So we'll do that, and then this won't be today, probably. None of this will be today, but then we'll tackle the rear. We just got to sort of panel beat that out. clear off the surface rust and then paint that. That'll be black as well. And also the roof here, a little bit of bogging required. Want to try and get that so it's a little less wavy. A lot better than it was, but still not ideal. So once that is done, I believe it'll be good to apply the wrap, which should be very exciting. I can't wait to show you guys. Some of you guys would have already seen it if you're on the live stream, which actually is uploaded as a video onto YouTube anyway. If you want to know what wrap is going on Cuddles, go and watch that live stream, because I showed everyone the wrap. It's just been sitting inside for months, so you can see what this thing's going to look like. All right, we'll leave it there. All good.